Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, and yes, we're back with our Best of the Rest series talking about all the remaining Fate Reforged spoilers. In this video, we'll be diving into the pools of Dragonfire that make up the red cards in this set. Mardu, Jeskai, and Temur fans, get pumped! Bathin Dragonfire is 3 mana for a sorcery. It deals 4 damage to target creature. I shouldn't have to tell you that this is going to see play in Limited. Not only is it a removal spell, but 3 mana at sorcery speed, we've seen a lot worse see play. Plus, 4 damage is decent. You're going to get all the morph creatures along with most every creature above that. Sure, it doesn't target players, but come on. This is Fate Reforged. There are creatures everywhere. If all else fails, kill their typhoid rats. They deserve it. Bloodfire Enforcers is 4 mana for a 5/2 human monk. It has First Strike and Trample as long as an instant and sorcery card are in your graveyard. Okay, this is really specific, but really cool. The issue is getting the instant and sorcery in your yard. To play a card like this, you need to have a deck that focuses on spells, or at least has enough of them to ensure this trigger will be active more than inactive. With First Strike and Trample, this is a certified bomb and will not die in combat. Without them, this dies to that island you just manifested. I knew Island was the strongest card ever. Anyways, you get my point. Great card, but only if you can utilize the ability. Break Through the Line is 2 mana for an enchantment. You can pay 1 red to give target creature with power 2 or less haste until end of turn, and it can't be blocked this turn. Another card that makes you wish Master of Cruelties didn't rotate, dang. Anyways, we're looking at a limited card that can blow out a game in a specifically aggressive deck. We're also looking at a possible constructed card that can get a Rabble Master through combat untouched without costing that much mana. We're also looking at a card that will obviously see play in Commander. Goblins, tokens, goblins, any zoo variant. Goblins, you get my point. It's a very niche card, but I love it. Collateral Damage is 1 red mana for an instant. As an additional cost to casting it, sacrifice a creature. It deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Great. Wonderful, amazing. Token decks just got a Lightning Bolt. Yes, Lightning Bolt. Do you know how easy it is for them to sacrifice creatures? They basically have a goblin generating machine that they set up in their backyard. This is not a sacrifice for them. It's the cost of doing business and it's instant speed. This is a strong card. I don't think it'll be amazing in Limited unless you actually make a token deck, but constructed viability, yeah, could be. Dragon Rage, love this already, is 3 mana for an instant. Add 1 red mana to your mana pool for each attacking creature you control. Until end of turn, attacking creatures you control gain the ability to pay 1 red mana to give that creature +1/+0 until end of turn. Another great card for aggressive strategies. I like how it'll probably replace itself mana-wise once you're in combat. I also like that it fuels its own fire breathing. The synergy is with itself, and that's wonderful. This is a red version of Overrun in a lot of ways. Sure, you don't get Trample or the toughness, but who cares? You're an aggressive strategy. This is the definition of Alpha Strike potential. I love it. Friendly Fire is 4 mana for an instant. Target creature's controller reveals a card at random from their hand. Friendly Fire deals damage to that creature and that player equal to the revealed card's converted mana cost. Now this is the ultimate disrespect and a great card. Easily playable and limited because it's basically removal. Granted, there is a chance that you whiff. I still like it. Just the idea of revealing one of your opponent's bombs and then using it to kill their own creature? Yes, please. Mardu Runemark is 3 mana for an enchant creature aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. It has First Strike as long as you control the white or black permanent. First Strike is a powerful ability to have, and the addition of +2/+2 is just synergistic. This is definitely one of the better rune marks, and if you can fit it into a Mardu deck, you absolutely should. First Strike is pretty boss, especially on something that's just been boosted to power. Mob Rule is 4 colorless and 2 red for a sorcery. Choose 1. Gain control of all creatures with power 4 or greater until end of turn. Untap them, they gain haste until end of turn. Or gain control of all creatures with power 3 or less until end of turn. Untap them, they gain haste. This is another one of those silly cards that were made for Commander. However, this isn't that silly. As a matter of fact, it might become a new Commander staple. Many players have already made the connection between this and Insurrection. It's an appropriate connection to make. While the rule doesn't get all the creatures, it does take the ones with 4 more power, and let's be honest, that's where the alpha swings are coming from anyway. Look, limited bomb, Commander staples, done. Temur Battle Rage is the newest combat trick for the frontier. 2 mana for an instant. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Ferocious. That creature also gains trample if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Double strike for 2 mana out of nowhere is powerful and limited. It could win you the game outright or destroy your opponent's best creature. Obviously not a first pick or anything, but a solid combat trick. Trample isn't half bad either, especially in combination with double strike. Vault Breaker is 4 mana for a 4/2 Orc Rogue. Whenever it attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. It also has Dash for 2 colorless and 1 red. Can I bring something out of left field here? If you're into building block decks, Temur Ascendancy plus Dash is just dirty. Not only that, but this guy enables Ferocious every time he comes in and lets you reverse loot. I love the Breaker a lot. I have so many ideas for block decks now. Dash and Frontier. Frontier Dash Parade. My Frontier Dash Romance? I'll think of a name later. Anyways, it's a good card. And we're done with the red cards. We've got some pretty sweet removal and a few high value creatures. Red certainly has some strengths coming into this set. I can see why Mardu and Jeskai players are going nuts in particular. Let me know how you feel about the red cards in the comments below. Tomorrow we'll finish off the Best of the Rest series with green, the color of trees, elephants, and sometimes snakes. Ew. As always, subscribe below for the latest and most reliable Fate Reforged spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus, I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.